Hey gamers, welcome back. Today we're diving into the future, the insane, jaw-dropping lineup of next-gen games set to release in 2026. From long-awaited sequels to brand new IPs that look out of this world, these games will absolutely blow your mind. And hey, if you love staying ahead on the hottest gaming news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a drop. Alright, let's jump in. 007, First Light. James Bond is back, and this time it's bigger, darker, and more cinematic than ever before. 007, First Light is not just another spy game, it's a full-blown immersive experience that feels like stepping into a blockbuster movie. Built with next-gen physics, stunning environments, and hyper-realistic character models, the game lets you explore iconic spy locations across London, Monaco, and even icy Arctic bases. But it's not only about action, there's also stealth, infiltration, and dialogue choices that will shape Bond's path. The devs promise a balance between gadgets, intense shootouts, and the suave Bond-style conversations that fans love. And here's the kicker, they've confirmed a brand new villain storyline not tied to the movies, which means fresh, unpredictable twists. This could easily become the ultimate James Bond game fans have been waiting decades for. Pragmata. After years of silence and delays, Pragmata is finally coming in 2026, and wow, it looks stunning. Set in a futuristic Earth overtaken by mysterious anomalies, this game mixes sci-fi mystery, survival elements, and emotional storytelling. The main character, a lone astronaut, crosses paths with a strange young girl who seems to hold the key to humanity's survival. The game's trailer teases breathtaking zero-gravity environments, cities torn apart by strange distortions, and combat against robotic creatures that blur the line between machine and nightmare. What makes Pragmata really stand out is its emotional depth. It's not just a flashy action game, but a story about connection, survival, and hope in a broken world. Many are calling it Capcom's boldest project in years, and from the looks of it, 2026 might finally deliver one of the most unique next-gen sci-fi experiences ever.
Hey, D.I.
I said I am D.I.
Okay.
Resident Evil 9, Requiem. Capcom is back at it again with Resident Evil 9, Requiem, the next chapter in the survival horror saga. This time, the game is rumored to return to more open-world exploration, blending the haunting vibe of Village with the intensity of Resident Evil 4 Remake. Early details suggest that the story will focus on the aftermath of Ethan Winters, while introducing a new protagonist tied to the Umbrella Corporation's dark history. What's exciting here is the revamped enemy AI. Zombies and creatures are smarter, faster, and deadlier than ever before. Imagine hiding in a farmhouse, only for enemies to break through windows and hunt you in dynamic ways. The lighting and shadows are powered by next-gen rendering tech, making every corridor feel terrifying. Fans are also buzzing about new kinds of bioweapons that look more like nightmares ripped from mythology. If you thought Village was scary, Requiem might just be the ultimate horror experience. Beast of Reincarnation. This is one of the wildest new IPs set for 2026. Beast of Reincarnation throws players into a dark fantasy world where death is not the end, but a cycle of transformation. Each time your character dies, they reincarnate into a new beast or warrior form with unique abilities, completely changing how you approach combat. Imagine dying in a brutal boss fight, only to come back as a winged beast with fire powers. The world itself is hauntingly beautiful, filled with cursed forests, decayed kingdoms, and massive monsters roaming the lands. What really sets this game apart is the choice system. Your decisions shape not just your character, but the fate of the world, leading to multiple story outcomes. Think Dark Souls meets reincarnation mechanics, with a deep lore that rewards exploration. It's dark, it's ambitious, and it looks like it could be one of the most innovative RPGs of the decade. Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. Fans of A Plague Tale are in for a massive treat. Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy continues the heartbreaking yet gripping saga. This time, the story shifts generations forward, following descendants of Onimusha and Hugo as they uncover the lingering curse of the plague. The atmosphere is once again heavy with emotional storytelling, stealth gameplay, and gorgeous medieval environments. But now, the scope is even larger, spanning across war-torn France, ancient ruins, and sprawling forests filled with danger. One of the highlights is the return of the terrifying rat swarms, now even smarter and deadlier, moving in ways that react to light and fire. But alongside horror, there's hope, powerful bonds, new allies, and emotional moments that will absolutely wreck players. The devs have promised a finale that will leave fans speechless. If you thought the first two games were emotional roller coasters, Legacy looks like it's aiming for unforgettable storytelling on a massive next-gen scale. Mudang, Two Hearts. Here's a game unlike anything else on the list. Mudang, Two Hearts is a Korean-inspired action RPG that blends mysticism, martial arts, and folklore into one breathtaking package. Players control twin protagonists, spiritually connected warriors whose choices shape their bond and the fate of their people. The game is filled with lush landscapes, from glowing cherry blossom groves to cursed mountains crawling with demons. Combat is fast-paced, combining swordplay, magic, and cinematic choreography that feels like a martial arts movie. What's most exciting here is the cultural depth. The story pulls directly from Korean shamanism and mythology, giving it a refreshing and unique flavor. It's the kind of game that expands the horizon of what we expect from AAA titles. With jaw-dropping visuals and heartfelt storytelling, Mudang, Two Hearts could easily become one of 2020 SIX's biggest surprises. Mortal Shell 2. The cult hit Mortal Shell is making a massive comeback in 2026 with Mortal Shell 2. This time, the devs are doubling down on what made the first game special: brutal combat, haunting atmosphere, and a unique shell system that lets players inhabit different warriors. The sequel promises a much larger world with interconnected areas, secrets hidden in every corner, and enemies that will test your patience and skill. The new shell mechanics add even more variety. Imagine taking on a giant monster with a shell specialized in ranged attacks, or switching mid-battle to a heavy warrior form for devastating blows. It's punishing, it's atmospheric, and it's perfect for players who crave a tough but rewarding challenge. If the first game felt like a Souls-like experiment, Mortal Shell 2 looks ready to stand tall as a full-blown powerhouse in the genre. The Duskbloods. One of the most mysterious new IPs of 2026, The Duskbloods is a gothic RPG that feels like a love letter to fans of Bloodborne and Vampire: The Masquerade. The game takes place in a sprawling gothic city where factions of vampires, hunters, and cursed beings wage a secret war. Players can align themselves with different clans, unlocking unique abilities tied to vampiric powers. The combat looks visceral and bloody, with brutal melee, dark magic, and stealth assassination mechanics. What's especially exciting is the dynamic narrative system. Every choice, from which clan you support to how you feed on victims, alters the storyline and city itself. The game promises branching storylines, endless replayability, and a hauntingly beautiful art style that screams next-gen. If you've been waiting for a gothic RPG with true depth, The Duskbloods might be your next obsession.
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
With nothing, no justice. No
Acts of
peace,
Blood.
just
If you like fast, brutal action, Acts of Blood might just be your dream game. It's a hack-and-slash adventure that mixes over-the-top combat with a dark, cinematic storyline. The protagonist is a warrior bound by a cursed blood pact, giving him insane powers but at a heavy cost. Combat is wild. Imagine chaining sword combos, dashing through enemies, and unleashing devastating blood-powered attacks in arenas filled with gore and destruction. But there's more than just action. The narrative digs into themes of sacrifice, vengeance, and redemption. Every fight feels like it matters, every choice shaping your path. Visually, the game is stunning, with crimson-lit battlefields and massive bosses dripping with menace. Fans of games like Devil May Cry and Nioh will feel right at home, but Acts of Blood is bringing its own brutal twist to the genre. Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Closing out the list, we have a legendary comeback, Onimusha, Way of the Sword. Capcom is finally reviving the classic samurai demon-slaying franchise, and fans couldn't be more hyped. Set in feudal Japan, the game combines historical settings with supernatural horror, featuring breathtaking landscapes, haunted temples, and massive demonic foes. The combat system is being reimagined for next-gen, blending fast-paced swordplay with cinematic finishers that look ripped straight out of an anime. But it's not just combat. The story promises political intrigue, betrayal, and an emotional journey that honors the series' roots while pushing into bold new directions. The visuals are jaw-dropping, with hyper-detailed armor, realistic lighting, and fluid animations that make every duel feel alive. For longtime fans and newcomers alike, Onimusha, Way of the Sword is shaping up to be one of the most epic returns in gaming history. And that's a wrap. These upcoming next-gen games for 2026 are absolutely insane, and honestly, it's hard to believe some of them are even real. Which one are you most hyped for? Drop your pick in the comments. I'd love to see what you're waiting for. And hey, if you had a blast hanging out here today, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and join our community of gamers who live and breathe this stuff. Until next time, keep gaming, and keep hyped for the future.